Hey everyone, LWJ here, and well, this is apparently a very big topic of discussion online. First of all, I found out about it through when I was watching Jeremy John's review, Wreck-It Ralph. I looked and people were saying Star Wars Episode 7 is coming out, Disney's doing it, Disney bought Lucasfilm. I'm like, what? And then I went to Googled it, and my initial reaction was, holy fuckballs. Okay? At first I didn't know what to think. Part of me was thinking, um, you know, what the fuck, how can this happen? Disney's gonna fuck it up. Another part of me was thinking, you know what, this might be a good thing. I, for one, am actually gonna go with the other part, the second one. The latter. Say this could be a good thing. And on the other hand, another thing is, when it comes to Episode 7, I'm gonna be cautiously optimistic. Like a friend of mine in Palm Springs. He said he's gonna be cautiously optimistic. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be that way too. Because there are so many people out there, so many Star Wars fanboys who are saying this is a terrible thing. This is gonna suck. Disney's gonna fuck it up. And another one is that George Lucas sold out. Okay, let me get some things straight here. First of all, George Lucas is getting on in years. I can understand maybe if he was a young filmmaker, establishes himself as a filmmaker, and sold his stuff to Disney. That's selling out. But George Lucas has been making films since the 70s. Okay, his first film his student film was THX 1138. I think it's 1138. Not really sure, but yeah, it was a student film at USC. His first official film that he made as a filmmaker, as a graduate, was American Graffiti. And a lot of people, they praised him for what he did. And a lot of people still do. I do myself. So I think that George Lucas is one of the best filmmakers ever. He took his own stories, Star Wars and Indiana Jones, and made them into huge movies. Huge blockbuster movies. And he put a lot of unknown actors. Let's see. Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford. He put them all pretty much on the map. And we don't hear much about Mark Hamill or Carrie Fisher anymore, but we hear a lot about Harrison Ford lately. But it's just, personally, I see it as a good thing, because sure, Disney's considered the evil corporation. And it's just, I think it's going to be a good idea. And sorry about that. It's one of our neighbor's dogs. It's actually our neighbors. The only neighbor we have is a dog. In this whole area, we're only two people that has a dog. Sally's right here, and Dollar's over there. Yeah, they named it Dollar. I don't know why. I mean, I don't think anybody knows who Richard Rich even was. Anyway, what I think about it is that I think it's going to be a good idea. George Lucas has said he wants to retire, and you know what? $4.05 billion is a pretty good chunk of change to retire with. So, my personal feelings, like I said, I'm for it. And Lucas said he wants to pass it on to people, pass it on to the next generation. He's turned the company over to Kathleen Kennedy, and Disney bought Lucasfilm. We're ready for I for one am ready for the next chapter in this. Supposedly, episode 7 is right now in the pre-production stages, and it's, who knows? We might move on. We might see something good. We might see something terrible. And I'm going to reserve my overall feelings about Star Wars films being made by Disney for when I see episode 7. And that's supposed to be released in 2015. I, for one, think they should take a little bit longer, because and a lot of people are speculating who they see writing, who they see directing. I've heard names like Joss Whedon. I've heard Chris Nolan. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? But like I said, oh, and one more thing. I had this discussion on Facebook with someone. This person said I am not a true Star Wars fan. What? Okay. I have been a Star Wars fan since day one. I was 4 years old when I saw Episode 4, back when it was even known as Episode 4. And I consider myself a true Star Wars fan. So, and I'm even part of 2 online role plays of Star Wars. You know, plain and simple. And some of these other, and you know, some of the people that are fanboys, they hate it. They hate this whole thing. I, for one, say true Star Wars fans like me and a few other people are either all for it or cautiously optimistic. That's all I gotta say. LWJ saying thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Take care of yourselves.
You think you know me?